Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to set up a dropshipping store using Shopify and dropshipping through AliExpress, so you can start making money online right away with almost no upfront costs. Now, if you already know some stuff about dropshipping using AliExpress and Shopify, then this video probably isn't going to be for you. Hopefully in under 5 minutes or so, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to get started. There's a lot of people selling expensive courses for this information, and I'm going to give it all to you right now for free. This is just going to be the bare bones. I've taken away all the frills, I'm going to assume that you're reasonably tech savvy, that you kind of know what you're doing on a computer, and that you don't need your hand holding through it. Basically, there are 5 parts to this. Firstly, you set up a Shopify store. You then configure the Oberlo app. You then start finding products in AliExpress and importing them into Oberlo, and then from Oberlo you update them and import them into Shopify, and then you make sales on Shopify and fulfill the orders using Oberlo and AliExpress. It really is that simple. I'll put links to each different part of the video in the description below so you can skip to any bits that you're more interested in. Right, so first thing you want to do is go to Shopify, set up a store, create an account. It's very easy. I won't walk you through that process. You just create an account. You want to select the free plan. You can get a free trial for 14 days, and then from then on you can go with the basic plan for $29 a month when you're starting off, and then you're spending as little as possible. That's about £23–24 in the UK. So this is just a store that I've just created for demo purposes. This isn't my actual store. You're going to pick a theme in here. Supply is probably my favorite. It's one of the free ones, but it does everything you need. As you can see here, it looks like absolute shit at the moment, but you can go in there, customize it, improve all the colors, the fonts, give it images, and it's got everything you need to get going. You're going to want to buy a domain. I'd recommend GoDaddy, and just buy a domain for your store, so you don't have to have this My Shopify in here. But it's really simple to set up. Just follow the steps inside Shopify, and you've got an SSL certificate as default, so it looks secure. It's a store people are going to trust. You can offer PayPal and Stripe and all different kind of payment gateways really easily, so people are going to trust your site and people are going to be happy to purchase from it. Okay, next you need to get Oberlo. Now, Oberlo is an app that you can get set up in here. It'll be pretty much the first app that comes up when you're looking on the Shopify App Store. I've already installed it on here. So get Oberlo, download it, set it up. It's very easy to configure. I won't walk you through it. You'll be able to do it. Just follow the simple steps. And then you're going to want to download their Chrome extension, which is this little bad boy, which is incredibly helpful for importing products through AliExpress. Now, if you do not know, AliExpress is basically the Chinese version of Amazon or eBay. There's loads of Chinese sellers on there and a few other countries as well, but it's mainly from China. And you can get anything on here really, really cheaply. So whatever it is you're selling, I'm going to presume you already know what you want to put on your shop. Let's say watches, because that is extremely common. I wouldn't recommend going into that niche. It's very saturated. But if you were going to, just as an example, search for watches, for this view here. I mean, you can get as specific as you want. You can find almost anything on here, so don't go for watches, but whatever you go for, you'll probably be able to find it. I usually order by orders, so you can see these products have had 20,000 orders. If they've had a lot of orders, they're more trustworthy, because you do have to be careful. You don't want to use a seller that's got no reviews and hardly any sales, because they may just never deliver the product, or they may be completely useless. So I prefer to stick with sellers that have a good reputation. And as you can see, everything is really cheap. This Oberlo app also highlights which suppliers offer ePacket. Now, ePacket is basically a delivery service, which is really important because it's so much better than any of the others. Sometimes you'll have to pay an extra quid or so, extra £1.49 for it, but as you can see, it's a quicker shipping method. and it is a lot more reliable, and you'll get a tracking number that you can give to your customers, which they'll appreciate. You may have worries about the delivery days. It's 12 to 20 days. That is not bad. They're quicker to the US than to the UK, which is why a lot of people actually sell to the US even if they're based elsewhere. You don't need to worry about this. People overthink this too much and think no consumers will buy anything where they have to wait more than 3 days anymore. But it's absolutely not the case. If people get something that they want, if it's a product that they're passionate about, something that grabs them and they just really want it, they're not going to mind waiting 2 weeks, especially considering they're getting it for 10 quid or whatever. Now this button here will allow you to import the products straight through to AliExpress. So you find one you like, and then you click that button, it imports it into Oberlo. Open the import list in Oberlo, and here it is. You can change the name of the products. You can choose what collections you want to add it to. They're basically the categories in Shopify. I've not set any up yet, but there you go. You can add a description. Descriptions are very important for selling products. So you're going to want to probably just scrap all the default stuff it's pulled through from AliExpress and write your own. Then we go into variants. You can set the prices of the variants. Look, I'm buying this for $2.24 and I can sell it at $9.99. You can have the RRP as well, so I could put that up at $29.99, make it look like it's 66% off. Get it set up on here in Oberlo. Select the images you want. You don't want any of this crap that they sometimes have. You just want the nice images, and then you push to shop, and boom, it should now be in my shop. Yep, there it is, and that's another one I put in earlier. So the product's now in there. You can carry on updating it if you need to, but that's basically it. Now, when someone buys this product on your store, it'll show up in your orders, obviously in Shopify, but also it'll show up in Oberlo. So you're going to come in here and it'll show up your order. And basically with just a few clicks, this will take you through to AliExpress. It automatically populates the customer's information, and then you pay for it on AliExpress and get it directly shipped to the customer. You're going to want to put a note in there to the retailer, to the seller on AliExpress, saying that you're drop shipping, and asking them not to put any information in it mentioning them or AliExpress or whatever. But don't worry, every seller on AliExpress is used to this because so many people buying from AliExpress are drop shipping to other parts of the world. And that's pretty much it. What you want to do is now you're going to want to focus on selling the products. And there's different ways of doing this. A very popular way is Facebook advertising at the moment because it's such good value for money and you can target so effectively. I'll do another video on that soon if people are interested. Or you might want to, work on the SEO of your site and target people that way. It might be through organic social media. You may have your own ideas about that. But whatever it is, this whole method using Shopify, Oberlo and AliExpress makes it so easy to start dropshipping right away with such little costs. Shopify, there's a 2-week free trial and then it's 25 quid a month. Oberlo is free up until I think 500 orders, and then they start charging you a little bit, but if you've got 500 orders you're not going to be too worried about that, and all you're going to need to invest in is say a little bit of advertising or whatever. So there's really no excuses to not just get out there and start experimenting with it. So I've given you everything you need now. There are lots of apps and things you can do to improve your store and improve how you track things and optimize everything. But that's the nitty-gritty stuff that you can get into, and there's so much stuff out there online, and I'll make more content if people want it. But you've got enough now to start selling straight away. It takes a few hours to get a store set up with a bunch of products. If you found this useful, then please hit subscribe. I'll really appreciate that. And if you want me to make any more content like that, then let me know in the comments. If you have any questions at all about dropshipping, then comment below and I will get back to you. And yeah, that's everything. Good luck.